From the fastest elevator ever made to a literal infinite mushroom biome, these are 185 amazing Minecraft things you didn't know. Everyone knows the easiest way to break a server is to get admin and then ban everyone or turn the server off. But this is boring! Instead, why not try and be a bit more creative if you get a hold of admin? When you get your hands on these powers, give yourself a command block. Then you want to set it to repeat mode and then run the command /execute at run summon pig, which will spawn countless pigs on your friends, leading to one of the most buggy and server-destroying bacon farms ever found in Minecraft. It does taste delicious though. But what if you want to destroy your friend's server but do not have access to commands? Well, how about creating one of the buggiest and glitchiest builds possible? And the best part is, all you need is a load of wooden planks. By making a giant platform in the sky and then filling it with boats, you do two things. Firstly, by creating loads of boats, you will easily lag out the server. But it gets better, because when you eventually drop the boats, any mobs that have spawned in will be stuck in them, making getting rid of them so much harder. Minecraft's biggest problem is that the Ender Dragon doesn't look like a dragon at all. So we're gonna be fixing that with Ender Dragon Revamped. This texture pack transforms him from a harmless lizard to an actual terrifying dragon. Combine this with these enhanced boss bars and your pants are gonna be going from blue to brown real quick. Not everyone in their first ever time playing Minecraft made this immense mistake. Do not craft a full set of wooden tools! This is a huge waste of wood, and all you actually need to make is a wooden pickaxe. Just skip the wooden tools entirely and go straight to stone tools. Or if you want an especially difficult challenge, you can skip all the way up to diamond tools. I have been a personal victim of this Minecraft mistake. Did you know that you cannot build mob farms in a mushroom biome since no hostile mobs will ever spawn here? The only mob you will ever find on a mushroom island is a mushroom, and since they spawn in abundance, there is no point making a farm for them. Well, I guess I will just tear down this elaborate skeleton farm. Have you ever built a house in Minecraft with a lovely side garage for all of your manufacturing needs before realizing you cannot make a realistic looking door for your garage? Well, try this instead, as by using trapdoors, you can make a garage door that fits your build, although the functionality of this one is a bit more challenging. Pink sheep are one of the rarest mobs to exist in the game with a spawn rate of 0.164%, but most people have still managed to discover these easily. Only true OGs know about the baby pink sheep, which is 20 times as rare with a spawn rate of 0.0082%. Yeah, if you manage to find this, you deserve infinite emeralds. If you manage to get the same seed twice in Minecraft, you should go be doing something else with your life because you're pretty lucky. Actually, pretty is the worst way to describe it since it is mathematically impossible at a chance of 1 in 7.9 times 10 more than 28. How could this many zeros even exist? Crafting a boat in Java is very weird. Wait, where did these paddles come from? Thankfully, Bedrock Edition has a far better system for explaining this law-breaking feature. You need to craft a boat by adding in a shovel to be used as the paddles. Now this makes so much more sense. I tend to play Minecraft for a long time every day. However, when I need to get food or a drink, I always make sure to pause my game. This way, no mobs can come and steal my diamonds while I am away. However, with Bedrock Edition, this seems like a luxury, as in this version, pausing your game will not stop anything, as you can still be hit by mobs or have your valuable diamonds stolen. Wait! Bring them back! I love emeralds, but finding them is incredibly difficult. However, there is a way to get an infinite supply of them by literally using dirt. Turn 3 of these bad boys into mud by using water and use a dripstone to turn them into clay. Now you've found yourself an infinite money glitch when trading with the stone mason. Why do we have pyramids in Minecraft but we do not have a mummy mob? Well, that is actually for a very good reason. When Mojang first added pyramids to Minecraft, they considered what mobs they could add to enhance the feeling of walking through a pyramid, but they could not settle on a good mummy design. And as such, they decided it would be best to add in the husk instead. Almost every animal in Minecraft has a baby variant. Cats have kittens, sheep have lambs, bees have, well, smaller bees. But one animal we will never get the baby variant of is a dolphin. For a short while, it appeared we were going to get baby dolphins as they appeared on Bedrock. But it turns out this was just a bug that was quickly patched. Give us the baby dolphins! Who doesn't want a rocket launcher? This would easily be both one of the best and also one of the least likely features to ever come to the game. Thankfully, the level of coding in Minecraft commands is so good that you can make a rocket launcher in Minecraft. By running this command, you can turn this boring old crossbow into a literal bazooka. This makes running around and shooting your friends with a crossbow way more interesting. Mobs in Minecraft just seem to plop over as they die, and this is awfully boring. Something like torturable health bars is far better. The warden loses an ear. The Enderman starts looking like he went through war, and jaws for skeletons fall off. Fleshier mobs like the zombie and husk lose parts of their head. Wait, this game just became PG-18? Everyone knows that you can block Enderman from getting aggressive by using a carved pumpkin. However, there is one huge mistake that PC players have been making by using this for years. You should be installing a resource pack that makes it far easier to see through these carved pumpkins, as this causes a huge dip in your vision without it. With the Nether update, finding gold became considerably easier. However, this Minecraft mistake actually involves how you get gold from these ores. Since what you should actually be doing is mining this gold netherrack ore with a silk touch pickaxe and then smelting it, this will give you considerably more gold than if you were just to mine it. I am rich! Everyone seems to forget that this next utility block can save you a massive amount of resources. Why does no one use stone cutters? This not only saves on resources, but it is considerably easier than crafting them. It just saves you so many resources. Use a stone cutter! Have you ever wanted to build a lovely little carnival in your world, but every time you try and build a balloon, it comes out looking weird? Well then, you need this build hack. By using a piece of wool, you can do this. Place one wool on top of a fence, and then attach a lead to said fence post. If you then go underground and trap some piggies covered by a block, you can build bunches of balloons connected to the ground. Just make sure you turn off animal noises, as it can get pretty loud. While there are 18.4 quintillion seeds in Minecraft, the math behind getting the same seed is gonna blow your mind. Thankfully, this user on Reddit did it for us, and figured out that you have to have a 1 in 340 decillion? Yeah, you know it's serious when the words are harder to say than the numbers. World generation is very different between Bedrock and Java Edition. However, Bedrock Edition has an entirely exclusive item. This is the Jigsaw block, a block that you cannot obtain naturally in Bedrock Edition, but it exists nonetheless. This block is responsible for the generation of structures like villages and pillager outposts. All this power in my hand! I desperately need to find a way to hide all of my diamonds. I keep seeing the villagers eyeing them up, so I will use the next exclusive feature to do just that. In Minecraft Bedrock Edition, it is actually possible to move functional blocks like the chest, hopper, furnaces, and even a brewing stand by using pistons. This will make hiding my valuables so much easier. Doors are the stupidest thing to exist in Minecraft. I mean, why even have them when you can straight up glitch through walls? Just run into a corner with a boat or dispense yourself through the wall. Wait, how do I get back in? If there's one thing that's important to Minecraft, it's your time. And who has the time to waste taming these stupid horses? Instead of taming them with normal food, you should use golden apples. With only 10 golden apples, your horsey is gonna go from fiend to friend. 8 gold blocks for one horse, definitely worth it. The way most players use potions is completely wrong, since they throw it at their feet. Doing this usually decreases the duration of the potion by a minute or two, whereas throwing it into the sky onto your head will give you the full amount. But Mallow, when does this happen? Do I look like a coder to you? For a long time, Mojang were experimenting with adding crocodiles and alligators to the game. These mobs would have brought with them items that could be turned into armor, weapons, and fashion accessories. However, since Mojang has now taken such a big stance on not adding real animals to Minecraft, they decided to bench this idea. Thankfully, there is one animal that has become very famous over the last couple of years that Mojang refuses to add to the game. This is the capybara, an adorable little friend that could have made for an amazing traveling companion, or even just a friend to welcome you home after your mining expedition. Please, Mojang, add the cappies. Bow charge animations are straight up boring! Mojang should have done something similar to this bow charger pack instead. This changes the color of the bow as it begins to charge from red to green once fully charged. Nothing hits harder than losing a bow contest to a skeleton. One of the most annoying things is this disgusting overlay once you put on a pumpkin. Luckily for us though, we can fix this easily by using this no pumpkin overlay. With that overlay gone, you can finally see! It's like wearing glasses all over again. Borderless glass is something that we would never have to download. Just look at the difference with and without this pack. It's crazy. The best part is that you don't even need Optifine to run this. Finally, my OCD D is fixed. What do you think of when I say degrading tools? No, we aren't going to be yelling at them. This pack makes tools lose parts of their UI models as you use them. This works even for something like the flint and steel. It's a small change, but makes a world of difference. There's only one thing worse than being on fire, not being able to see because of these god-awful textures. Who the hell thought it would be a good idea to make the fire cover half of my screen? If you're tired of this too, you need to try Ryan's lower fire. This drastically reduces the amount of space that the flames take up on your screen. What it doesn't change, however, is that it's still on fire. Wait! Subscribe quickly before I get burned! Sometimes you are getting ready to go on a long adventure. You make sure to pack all of the essentials, your food, your tools, your blocks, and then you are ready to go, right? Well, no, since you are forgetting a block that you desperately need whenever you are going on a long adventure. And this block is none other than a bed, since you can avoid the many dangers of the night by just sleeping through them. Just do not break the bed you are carrying as you will reset all of your progress. Nowadays, people will take on the many bosses of Minecraft in nearly the same order. First, the Ender Dragon, then the Wither, and then the Warden. Sometimes people also remember that the Elder Guardian is technically a boss too. However, this order is actually backwards. If you first sneak into the deep dark and find an ancient city, as long as you are able to stay quiet, you can get some really good loot and resources. These resources can then be used to defeat the Wither, or alternatively, you can use exploits such as trapping the Witcher in Bedrock. Defeating the Wither will let you build a beacon, and then you can use the beacon effects to make your base safer while you prepare to take on the Ender Dragon. So, next time you play Minecraft, make sure you start by finding an ancient city. Just be very quiet! I'm a vivid camera enthusiast myself, but I feel like Minecraft never really met my photography needs until I found this build hack. As you can actually build a camera in Minecraft. Now I can finally reenact my favorite movie scenes. Wait, no, not that one! Every time my friends come to visit me in Minecraft, I can never find a space for them to sleep in. Thanks to this build hack though, I will always have a bed for my friends whenever they come over. By placing a bed and adding some signs and trapdoors to the side of it, you can make this authentic looking sofa bed or futon. Now all of my friends can come and hang out. Oh, wait, that's right. Villager lampposts are so boring! Let's change that. Thanks to these 4 incredibly unique designs, you can make your village feel a little bit more modern and decorated than it did before. Wait, no, your village is lovely, I promise. I've finally finished building my desk and it's time to sit back and get some work done. Oh, wait, I forgot to build the chair. Well, thanks to this next build hack, I can build myself a lovely looking gaming chair for my desk. By using an iron bar, some trapdoors, a carpet, and a unique banner, you can make this amazing looking gaming chair. It is a little bit solid though. Not very comfortable. 4 out of 10. Everyone has heard of the legendary Mushroom Islands. These are the rarest biome in the game, with a 2% spawn rate. But there is something even rarer, this giant mushroom continent. And if you thought these grids are meant to show chunks, you're dead wrong, because this goes on for nearly 800 chunks. Hold on a second. Why does it look like Australia? You've always heard people say that only noobs dig straight down because you're never gonna know where you're going. So how likely is it you die a horrible death? Well, according to Minecraft, 1 in 150, because this is the probability that you dig straight into lava. Wait, that's only a 0.67% chance! It can't be that bad. Somebody help me, for God's sake! Back in 2018, some players had the luck of a god and found 2 seas that had filled end portals. But some coders weren't satisfied with this and decided to take this one step further. By taking advantage of Minecraft world generation and some Einstein-level math, they increased the number of seas to 65,534 on this site. If you thought phantoms were annoying in Java Edition, just wait for this next feature exclusive to Bedrock Edition. In both versions of Minecraft, the phantoms do different amounts of damage. In Bedrock, the phantom will do 2 hearts of damage on easy, 3 hearts on normal, and 4.5 hearts on hard mode. Now compare this to the Java Edition where they do 1.5 hearts on hard mode, and you will realize that the Bedrock Edition makes these annoying flying bugs even more irritating. Maybe I should sleep before I leave. I'm terrified of these things. I love building automatic farms in Minecraft. However, one crop you cannot easily farm in Java Edition is sugarcane. There is no way you can grow sugarcane manually. However, Bedrock Edition gave players the ability to bone meal sugarcane, meaning you can easily farm a lot of sugar. This has made farming sugarcane so much easier. Have you ever found a horse that you love and are desperate to kit it out with some armor, but you look everywhere for it and cannot find any? Well, in Bedrock Edition, you can actually craft leather horse armor. Again, another immensely useful feature that really should be in both versions. Ah! Ah, horsey! Bedrock has some major issues with world generation, and one of these is the stripe land. This immensely buggy, almost void-like glitch can only be found when you travel over 16 million blocks away, which is very far when you're playing on Bedrock. Just gotta keep going. Slumbified piglins are the most annoying mob to deal with in the game, mainly because you get an army of them chasing you even if you hit one accidentally. The fix for this is surprisingly easy though. All that's required is a weapon strong enough to one-shot the piglins. Even if it's a stone axe with smite 5, it'll do the job. But if you're a real baller, you could even use the netherite sword. Curing villagers can be an incredibly boring and tedious task, but with this technique, you can cure them all the while you abuse heal them. This is possible if you enchant a crossbow with piercing 4 and use a tipped arrow of weakness. While you might feel inhumane doing this, it's much better than the old-fashioned way of using weakness potions. Plus, the arrow can be reused as many times as you want. You might already know that fireworks make you go as fast as Sonic on an elytra. But if you want to troll your friends, give them a firework star since it looks exactly like a normal firework and deals damage too. Maybe you'll even see them light up the night sky with their body. It's time you stop using diamonds to craft items directly. Ever since the 1.20.2 update, diamonds are now 65% more common, which means finding them is gonna be really easy. We can leverage this to trade with toolsmiths to get emeralds and then use these to buy tools. More often than not, the tools you buy will already come enchanted, which saves you a ton of suffering rather than if you made it normally. This is one of my most favorite strategies to ever exist. Most players already know that Endermen are 3 blocks tall and can easily be trapped. But did you know the same applies to wither skeletons? They are 2.4 blocks tall, meaning if you place blocks at exactly the right position, you can now become a skeleton killing machine. Chickens are already in Minecraft, and they are fine. But we want yet another feather friend added to the game, as once upon a time, Mojang were toying around with adding ducks into Minecraft. Ducks would have been an aquatic reskin of chickens that could swim, lay eggs, and occasionally give duck feathers. Unfortunately though, Mojang thought that ducks were not a great mob to be added. Ah, duck! Excuse my language. Did you know that you can tame and ride a mob in nearly every biome? Horses can be used in just about any overworld biome. The Strider is the same within the Nether, and I suppose you can use a pig in either, if you're not in a hurry. But there is only one overworld biome that you cannot tame and ride a mob in yet, and that is, of course, the ocean. And this is for a very specific reason. Once upon a time, Mojang wanted to make dolphins tameable and rideable, and this was also going to be used to make underwater drowned jockeys where you would have saved the dolphin from its fate. However, this idea clearly was not enough for Mojang, as it was scrapped. One of the most terrifying animals from the deep blue is, of course, sharks, and people have been begging for sharks in Minecraft for years. However, their absence has been explained a lot by Mojang. Since Mojang do not want sharks to be entirely hostile, they would be passive until attacked, meaning that to get attacked by a shark, you would have to go looking for one. Mojang was reluctant to teach its player base to go looking for sharks in real life, and in order to maintain their age ratings across the world, they would not add in shark hunting to the game. Mojang has said they would never add this mob. However, once upon a time, they said the horse would not be added. So one day maybe. The Elder Guardian is a little bit underwhelming, and that is why this next mob has been requested a lot by the fans. To give some context, when the Elder Guardian was added, people were surprised at how easy the boss actually was. People were hoping that it would be a boss akin to the Wither or Ender Dragon, and that is why the ocean needs a new boss. The ideal candidate for this is, of course, the Kraken, a deep-sea squid that would attack players with its giant tentacles. And your spoils of war would, of course, be some delicious calamari. Yummy. Redstone machines can be incredibly laggy. The types of builds that come to mind are builds like redstone update suppressors or even large automated farms. However, one of the laggiest redstone builds only requires 2 types of redstone, a piece of redstone and a redstone repeater. By building this incredibly simple design, you can begin to lag any server. And due to how simple this is to build, you can scale this infinitely. To crash just about any server, just make sure you build it quickly, as otherwise you may well be banned. Who doesn't love a good little dance party in Minecraft? You turn on your favorite music disc, pig step, anything else is wrong. And then you and your buddies start crouching at each other, shaking what your mother gave you. Well, sometimes you want the dance party to be so big that it can crash a server. And thanks to this redstone machine, you can invite countless armor stands to your dance party. By building this incredible simple design using observers, pistons, and armor stands, you can turn your dance party into a bounce house dance party. And if you continue to add more armor stands, observers, gears and pistons, you can create one of the biggest lag machines in Minecraft. Of course, there is one way to turn everyone on your friend's server against each other without using any commands, cheats, or even any items. All you have to do is kill your friend's disgusting dog. By killing a dog or even another pet and blaming it on someone else, you can cause complete turmoil, pitting all of your friends against each other. Wait, someone killed my chicken.
This is a Minecraft Trails and Tales trailer, and this is normal Minecraft. Yeah, this sucks. But we can fix this by using the Bare Bones pack. This just seems to bring everything to life, and we can make it even better by using the nostalgia shaders. I guess I won't be needing to bleach my eyes now. But there's one more pack that we can add to make this even better than the trailer. I'm talking about Simple Hotbar, which changes all the vanilla hunger bars, hearts, and even the UI boxes. Moving on to one of Minecraft's most important items, cakes! According to the way cake disappears in the game, it's clear that good old Steve is eating it vertically. This is clearly game-breaking and ruins my immersion. Mojang should have used better cake slices instead, which makes the cake disappear chunk by chunk instead. Finally, the game is playable! One of the most poor decisions was to make every single enchantment book look the same. Look at all these books! I bet you can't even tell the difference. However, using visual enchantments not only adds these sick animations to each book, but it also applies the same animations to whatever you enchant. Now this is something that should have been in the game for years.
There are a couple of items that players always seem to have on them. Most people will carry around their shovel, pickaxe, axe, and sword, and some may even carry a hoe with them for some reason. And one mistake players always make in Minecraft is not carrying around a water bucket. The water bucket is arguably the most important tool in your inventory, capable of saving you from a massive drop or even helping you scale a mountain. The water bucket is one tool you need in your inventory. Did you know that you have been pronouncing the name of Minecraft's parent company wrong this whole time? Most people would call the developers of Minecraft Mojang, since this is what it has slowly transitioned to over time. However, in Sweden, Mojang would actually be pronounced as Mojang. Now, don't feel too bad about this, as the developer Dinnerbone has said before that it does not matter how you pronounce the name. So I shall now call them Momoga Banjo!
With the recent addition of hanging signs, we also got an awesome new design for walls in Minecraft. Simply by matching the sign to the stripped wood it comes from, you can create these really beautiful walls that you can also shoot through and place paintings on to hide your base. Wait, look, here comes a pig! He's gonna have no idea what hit him. Sometimes defending your base can be a real pain, but with this wall design, you can defend your base from enemies while also having a nice looking wall design. And the best part is, you can use any fence, walls, and gates for this, meaning you can tailor this design to match any build you may have. The way dripstone is generated in Minecraft is kinda boring. It does not feel very intimidating whenever you come across one of these pointed dripstones, and that is why you should change the way they look with this build idea. Simply place some other blocks around the dripstone on the roof, and then you have a far better looking dripstone cave. Maybe even place some water above the dripstone to have a nice dripping water effect.
One of the best ways you can completely destroy your friend's Minecraft server actually presents itself as a harmless prank. When your friends log off for the night, you want to sneak over to their base and chop down all of their trees and steal all of their saplings. Wow, that alone is cruel. But you can take this prank one step further, simply by replacing all of their trees with nether trees. Not only do they look ugly in the overworld, but the fake leaves they have do not decay, forcing your friend to spend ages breaking and destroying all of them.
Someone help! There's hot singles in my area! If you want to have the same problem as me, this pack allows you to change that awful, boring message as you go to bed.
You can't sleep yet. There are monsters nearby.
Get out of here! Looking at the textures for crops and flowers makes me want to throw up. I mean, why even use sprites and 2D models in 2024? Instead, Mojang should have taken a page out of 3D Tomatoes book. Not only does this pack use much better models, you can even see the tomatoes at each stage of their growth.
Everyone at some point or another has enchanted themselves some armor, some tools, and maybe even a fishing rod. However, every Minecraft player seems to forget this other way of giving themselves really powerful effects. Players never seem to carry potions anymore, unless they find themselves on a server which requires them, such as a UHC server. Potions can save your life if you ever fall into lava or find yourself trapped underground in a water cave. Or sometimes you need to run away from the terrifying thing chasing you. Everyone at some point or another has watched a guide for a Minecraft build or redstone contraption, but it also seems that every player has always forgotten one small block or one piece of redstone, which requires rewatching the entire video again. One thing you should be doing instead is looking at Minecraft blueprints, which will show you layer by layer what you should be placing and where. This has made my life so much easier.
Cats are one of the best mobs in Minecraft. I mean, who wouldn't want a little furry companion to hang out with all the time? But cats in Minecraft never seem to get any cool updates. Thanks to this build hack, however, you can at least make them their very own cat tower. Aw, this looks so cute. Let me make one for my dog as well. If you are anything like me, you want to be as buff as possible. And thanks to this build hack, you can do this in Minecraft. By using some armor stands, end rods, black concrete, and a little bit of redstone magic, you can make yourself a realistic-looking bench press in Minecraft. I hope I don't get too buff, though. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Piggy. Each Minecraft world generates a total of 128 end portals, and the chances of one of these being filled completely is 1 in 1 trillion. But wait, how lucky would you need to be to have all 128 filled? Well, a Redditor user pinned down the probability of that happening to this insane number. To get an idea of how crazy that is, this is much larger than the total number of atoms in the universe. How many spawners do you think you can find in one chunk? 2? 4? Or if you're lucky enough, maybe even 5? Nope, the correct answer is 8. On this specific seed, you'll find 7 zombie spawners and 1 spider spawn within a few blocks of each other. But that's not all! There is a village, trail ruins, a pillager outpost, and an ancient city. And these spawners which exist within a few thousand blocks of each other. How is this even possible? There is, of course, one block that has become famous for exclusively being in the Pocket Edition of Minecraft, and that is the Nether Reactor Core. The Nether Reactor Core was implemented by Minecraft to tackle the problems mobile devices would have with generating the nether. It was a very useful way of getting nether blocks despite how creepy it looked. I do not feel good about this. Since the aquatic update, there have not been many new features added to the oceans of Minecraft. Well, at least for Java Edition. In Bedrock Edition, Microsoft decided they would implement yet another adorable creature into the games when they added the baby dolphin. Why can't this be in Java too? It is so adorable. Everyone knows about Bedrock being called Bug Rock, and this is because Bedrock is a very buggy version of Minecraft. However, some of these bugs are technically features of Bedrock Edition, such as the fox having double the amount of health in Bedrock. This is most likely one of the many bugs plaguing Bedrock Edition. However, it could well be a feature. It takes 2.5 minutes for your hunger to run out once you start sprinting. But what if I told you that you could run forever? All you have to do is hit an entity after you start sprinting and your hunger will never run out. Why did Mojang patch this? I'm gonna show you a magic trick by making all of these mobs disappear. Unfortunately, this magic was a lie, just like when my mom said she loves me. Anyways, you can do the exact same thing by propelling yourself into the sky with elytra and fireworks. The best part is that this works in every single dimension, including the nether. We have dogs in Minecraft, and we have cats, but we, for some reason, do not have the third most popular pet, fish. Now, I know, we do have fish, but we do not have the ability to tame fish. Sure, you can trap them in a 1x1 aquarium, but that does not feel the same as having dogs or cats within the game. Mojang, please add a fish that I can tame. Jungles feel a little bit lacking in the mob department, as it only has 2 native mobs to the jungle, being the panda and the parrot. However, this is because Mojang refuses to add this next mob into the game. Monkeys would have made a very interesting addition to Minecraft. They would be able to swing from branch to branch, and would most likely have come with a banana item in order to tame them. I can understand why monkeys aren't in the game though, as this sounds like a coding nightmare. Have you ever wanted to ruin your friend's base with nothing but an annoying noise? Well, there are a few mobs in Minecraft that can make some pretty annoying noises. First up, you have creepers and their hissing noise, but this may be a little too destructive for a harmless prank. There are also bats, but they despawn way too frequently. There is one more mob above all of these that can be a real pain for all of your friends, the goat. If you hide enough goats underneath your friend's base, they will scream non-stop. If you hide them well enough, then your friend may not be able to find them, turning their house into a horror movie. Have you ever noticed how item drops in Minecraft are always vertical? I'm no Einstein, but how can a piece of armor stay upright? Well, item physics makes this much more realistic by making all items drop horizontal. Not only that, it also manipulates how items lay on the ground to trick you into thinking that they are actually in contact with the blocks below them. I love playing Minecraft for realism. Brewing charts will be the end of me! Why couldn't the devs have just told us what potion each item makes? Kind of like what Alchemy Helper does by adding what kind of potion will be made if you brew through an item. This even goes as far as adding extra information to flowers to make it easier to craft suspicious stews.
Fishing is arguably one of the easiest ways to get food in Minecraft. You can either swim under the water and kill the fish down there, or you can use a fishing rod. And with this next feature, you can drastically increase the amount of fish you get. If you fish while it is raining, you can actually catch even more fish than if it was not. This is something that happens in real life as well, so it really shows how thought out things in Minecraft actually are. For some bizarre reason, no one really knows about this feature in Minecraft. Why do people still use chests for storage? Barrels do the exact same thing, and they are considerably cheaper to make, especially in Bedrock Edition, where all you need to make barrels is 2 slabs and 6 sticks. These are so much cheaper, so stop making chests!
Have you ever wanted a super secret base that is incredibly cheap to build but also hard to find? Well then, look no further than this secret tree base. All you need for this kind of base is a tall oak tree. Simply break into the leaves, but do not break the logs. Hollow it out, and then boom! You have a secret base to hide from all of your friends. Sometimes you want to design a wall for a valuable-looking cave, but you just do not have the resources to do this. Well, why don't you try using these blocks to make the walls? These gold ores will all require silk touch or finding in the nether, but you can make this really cool design incorporating blocks from every dimension in Minecraft. Besides the end, please Mojang, give us ender gold ore. You're a massive noob if you thought tall grass was a common block. It's actually as rare as a heart of the sea. You just don't realize it. This is because neither shears nor silk touch works on tall grass, and you can only obtain them through chests in savannah villages. The worst part is that you can find one of these in 2.2 chests. So to fill a double chest, you'll have to scavenge 7,600 villages. Is this a mistake or a horrible decision? Huh, Mojang? The bad decisions don't end there though. Large ferns which have a 3% chance to spawn on a block are only found in spruce villages, spawning only 18.6% of the time. Bedrock has one of the weirdest world generations out of any version of Minecraft. However, this first generation feature I could have sworn was exclusive to mods. In Bedrock Edition, there is a chance that when you spawn into a forest of any kind, you will find a log on the ground, almost as if a tree has fallen over. Why this didn't exist in Java Edition, we may never know. It seems that at one point, Microsoft were considering changing up the item pool for Bedrock Edition, as there are numerous textures that were exclusively found within the Bedrock Edition of Minecraft. These textures include things like a camera, chalkboard, and a weird blue textured rose. These features were never fully implemented, but they were exclusive to Bedrock Edition for a while. Something that you never knew was that TNT is affected by weapon enchantments. For example, if you use a flame enchanted bow to light up a block of TNT with a looting item in your offhand, you can farm tons of drops instantly. This can be especially useful in farming music discs. What do you think is the best way to find ancient cities? Dig straight down like a noob? Noob! Ancient cities always generate at any level of -52, and are most likely to be found under a mountain. For a long time, caves were boring until Minecraft introduced the Caves and Cliffs update. But to me at least, caves have once again become a bit dull. However, I believe that this next mob could change that. This is the Ghost Miner, a mob that Minecraft actually considered adding for quite a while into the game. These Ghost Miners would have been found underground and could have brought you to secret loot, dungeons, or even ancient cities, meaning this would have been arguably the most useful passive mob in existence. They could have also added a corrupted version for the ancient cities that were hostile. Since it did not make footsteps, it wouldn't have alerted the warden, but you attacking it could have. We have polar bears in Minecraft, and we have pandas in Minecraft, so why do we not have variants of bears for forests? The obvious choice would be to add in bears like the grizzly bear or the black bear, but there are so many more options that could be added. Well, I do actually know the reason these weren't added. Since polar bears and pandas are incredibly hard to find, Mojang do not need to worry about people going up to these animals thinking they are safe. However, grizzlies and black bears are actually relatively easy to find in real life. But I'll be honest, Mojang is really overthinking this one.
Everyone has that one friend that you start a Minecraft server with, but then they suddenly vanish for months at a time. Well, with this Minecraft prank, you can get them back for abandoning you. By placing a bunch of chickens above a hopper that goes into a dispenser, you can create an infinite chicken spawner. Eventually, the house will be so overcome with chickens, they will have no excuse but to log back on and deal with the problem.
TNT is incredibly identifiable, so I wanted to prank my friends with this bomb build hack. By using one of the newest blocks in Minecraft, the pot, and a candle, you can make this realistic looking bomb. But thankfully, this isn't actually explosive. I bet you $1 million that you've never noticed this next fact. In Minecraft, apples dropping from leaf blocks have a 1 in 200 chance, while for saplings, it's only 1 in 5. However, what if both were able to drop from the same block? Well, your luck is off the charts, since this only happens 0.00025% of the time.
If I were to ask you what the buggiest mob in Minecraft is, you most likely would not be able to give me an answer. But after hours of studying, researching, and trying to figure out which mob is the laggiest, I believe I have found the answer. The buggiest mob in Minecraft is a sheep. Nah, I'm just kidding, it's a bee. At least I believe it is. Okay, that was bad. Sorry. Anyway, you can destroy a Minecraft server by simply gathering and breeding as many bees as possible. Eventually, the server will become so buggy it is basically unplayable, with the server after a while becoming so infested that the server begins crashing. This must be the most unbelievable bug ever. Okay, I'm done with the bee puns. I promise, I'm not weird.
Chickens! I'll fry them all! I mean, catch them with my insane luck. In Minecraft, there's only a 12.5% chance that a chick will spawn from an egg. If this happens, there is a further 3.125% chance that 3 chicks spawn instead of 1. So, how lucky would you have to be to pull this off with 16 eggs? The correct answer is not a 1 in a million, or even a billion, but a staggering 1 in 200 trillion. All that for chicken? Nah, I prefer my beef instead. It is actually possible to calculate the largest cave system in Minecraft 1.6.4. After doing a bunch of crazy math, we can conclude that the possibility of this happening is 1 in 8.8 times 10 to the power of 52. But that's far from the craziest part. In this older version of the game, there are only about 281 trillion possible cave systems, which is a much smaller value than the possibility for the largest cave. Yeah, good luck finding this one. Are you a fan of mining but hate the long and difficult journey down into your mine? Well then, build this compact staircase. This staircase has 2 amazing designs that will make your life so much easier. Simply place a trapdoor at the top and then go down to the bottom of your staircase and place a block of water. By doing this, you have a quick way down by dropping into the water, and you also have an easy way to come up when you are finished in the mines. In the upcoming release of Minecraft 1.21, we are going to be getting a really cool new functional block called the Crafter. And believe it or not, this block can be used to make some really cool designs, such as this really cool looking wall trim. And the best part is, you can expand on this design simply by making sure that the crafters are fully operational. Talk about function and beauty.
There is a way to crash a Minecraft server using the player inventory and a single command. By running the command /give player stake 999999, you can overflow their inventory, causing 997,695 stakes to be dropped on the floor, and this would crash literally any Minecraft server due to the sheer amount of stakes being dropped. Minecraft has to figure out a value for each and every stake and give it an animation too, and as such, this will overload the CPU of the server and destroy it.
If everything in Minecraft is a cube, it only makes sense that the sun and moon should be too. While Notch made them into squares in an old version of the game, we can take this one step further by using the cubic moon and sun packs. This makes it so that your world's day and night cycles are controlled by these massive cubes, although you don't want to look at them directly. Ah! My eyes! I can proudly say that I've never been scared of mobs in Minecraft, but this kind of pride goes down the drain after using Gray's Mob Overhaul. The simple texture pack makes every mob look like a Frankenstein creation, from the skeletons to the zombies to striders to the wither. Every single mob is going to force you to either take a quick trip to the washroom or just set your monitor on fire. Did I also mention that creepers actually look creepy now instead of looking like snot balls? Sometimes you want a ladder that you are not always accidentally climbing every time you walk past it. Well, look no further than this build hack, since you can actually create a working ladder just by using trapdoors. Simply place the trapdoors on top of each other, and then you just stand in the right spots and then jump and right click. And then when you are not using it, the ladder is nice and tucked away. Automatic tree farms are really expensive to build in survival, and some people just do not have the will to go out of their way to find all of the materials. Luckily, there is actually an incredibly cheap alternative to this that just requires some manual mining. A semi-automatic tree farm will pick up any items that you do not pick up, and as the tree deteriorates, it will also pick up those items, meaning your precious apples do not go to waste. I swear this next feature did at one point exist in Java Edition, but I could be entirely wrong. In Minecraft Bedrock Edition, it is actually possible to craft a cobweb into 9 string. This makes those annoying cave spider spawners far better for gathering string than even the spider themselves. So next time you find yourself one of these spawners, be sure to grab all the cobwebs, but make sure not to get stuck in one. Ah, get away from me! I have just sheared all of my sheep, but now I cannot figure out which of them I have dyed and which one of them I have not. This is so frustrating! Well, in Bedrock Edition, the sheep will actually retain their wool color after they have been sheared, meaning you'll be able to see the pink color color underneath their skin. This is much nicer. It is a massive misconception that crops need to be in direct contact with water to grow well. In reality, a water source can allow crops within 4 blocks of it to grow. This means with just 1 block of water, you can grow 16 crops. Respawn anchors are one of the most useful items that have been added to Minecraft. There's only one downside. You can only respawn a few times and might often forget to recharge it. But there's an easy way to fix this by placing a dispenser filled with glowstone facing towards the respawn anchor and attaching 2 observers facing each other. You can set up this observer clock that constantly recharges your respawn anchor. Whenever you build your house, never use full blocks for flooring. This is because most slabs have a much larger blast resistance than normal blocks and could make the difference between you sleeping in your bed or your entire house being blown up into pieces.
We all have that one friend in Minecraft who never wants to PvP and instead just wants to make a giant farm. Boring! Well, if you have had enough of this friend, then you should try this technique to not only ruin your friend's farm, but also potentially crash the Minecraft server. By building a huge platform in the sky, you can spawn loads of mobs. When you then break this platform, all the mobs will fall to the ground, causing both the wheat and seeds to pop up into the air, which causes an immense amount of lag. If your friend's farm is big enough, then you will be able to destroy all of his crops.
While Gray's mob overhaul is horrifying, we can upgrade that to trauma-inducing by using spawn animations. Instead of appearing out of thin air like they usually do, mobs now dig themselves out of the ground. Even though this is scary, making mobs scarier than they are right now is something that Mojang should have added to the game long ago. The current textures for leaves look as bad as a bald man sticking chunks of hair on his head. Yeah, it's disgusting. However, better leaves can fight this absolute tragedy by making the leaves look like, well, actual leaves by adding depth to each individual part of the leaf block. It was this simple? The nether portal Mojang designed just feels empty. By that, I mean it's like someone threw up a purple poster. However, we can see its true potential by using the Mystic Nether portal. Not only does this give a massive texture overhaul, but also adds these ancient letters into the portal animations itself. Fun fact, the symbols you see are the actual letters that Minecraft uses throughout the game, the standard galactic alphabet. But that's not even the best part. Your portal can be green, orange, or even red, depending on whether or not you use traditional texture packs. I need a way to intimidate all of my enemies before they come anywhere near my base. I know. I will build a giant bear to scare away all of my enemies. Oh no, I built a giant teddy bear. Well, this build hack will be immensely useful if you want a house that is both cuddly and aesthetically pleasing. Oh, what a cute house. I don't know about you guys, but I think the hardest thing to build in Minecraft is a kitchen. Or no more! As this build hack makes an amazing looking kitchen entirely in vanilla Minecraft. And the best part is, it is entirely functional, with multiple blocks with multiple different usages. Bedrooms in Minecraft are boring. They all just have a bed, maybe 2 with some bookcases either side. However, thanks to this amazing bed build hack, you can make a bed that is far nicer to look at, and that is far more comfortable too. I hate Bedrock Edition! The only good thing that's ever come out of it is this super rare texture bug where villagers go to sleep like this. This is so unique that there are no other instances of this happening. I wonder though, maybe this guy's having too much of a good time. Cracked Magnet is literally the god of Minecraft seeds, and it's no wonder he managed to find this insane world. Not only is there a massive sinkhole, but there's a village place at the surface of the lake and at the bottom too. However, my favorite part is this cozy little underwater igloo. Who even lives here? Aquaman? If you're the proud owner of a few hundred horses like I am, you'll be shocked to know just how impossible it is to find horse armor in strongholds. These have an insanely low spawn rate at 2.5% in altar chests, and if that wasn't surprising enough, the chance you find all 3 variants is 0.001563%. What do I do with all these horses now? Maps are one of the most annoying things to craft in Minecraft Java Edition. No one really needs them for anything, and that's why it is annoying when you need a compass to make them. So imagine my surprise when I found out that Bedrock Edition has a far better way of making maps. By using a cartography table, you can actually craft empty maps using only a single piece of paper. Now I can have infinite maps! Cakes are my favorite food in Minecraft. However, I can never carry that many of them because they do not stack like any other food in the game. But in Bedrock, cakes are actually stackable. I can finally carry around 2,304 cakes in my inventory. You never know when you might be a bit peckish. One of the best creative features within Bedrock Edition is definitely the structure void. This is not a block that is only in Bedrock Edition, but the Java counterpart is pretty horrendous. In Bedrock Edition, the structure void will let you place items on top of it, such as rails and flowers. But But the best part about this is that you can still walk through the structure void, meaning you can make amazing looking roller coasters without all the hideous blocks for your rails to go on. Looking at the sun can be immensely dangerous. However, within the Java edition of Minecraft, looking at the sun does nothing to you. If you were to do this in the Bedrock edition instead, you would see this weird blindness effect appear on your screen, which is what happens when you actually look at the sun. Although I will not look for too long. Ah, my eyes! Only noobs use ladders to climb. Real pros use honey blocks instead. If you place water between honey blocks like this, you can climb up much faster than any ladder. Honey block 1, ladder 0. Are you tired of dealing with TNT at the bottom of desert temples? Well, you're missing out on how useful it actually is. By being sneaky enough and avoiding the pressure plate, you can dig straight down to the TNT and make it blow up. This instantly breaks all the chests and saves you tons of precious time. If you're tired of X-rayers stealing items, you'll love this one. When placing down a chest, surround it with a low-tier ore like coal. This makes it so that anyone who wants to grief you is never gonna find your treasures. The biggest problem with boats is that they are incredibly slow. That's why I use dolphins. Wait, let me explain. Usually, boats can only cover a few blocks per second at most. But by using a lead to attach yourself to a dolphin, you can cover nearly 40 blocks a second. This is a huge help in locating ocean monuments and shipwrecks, since you don't have to deal with the barely see-through water surface. Not only that, you can now become an Olympic dolphin rider too. If you suck at PvP, there is one way that you can absolutely destroy any server filled with good PvPers, and all it takes is some potions. By brewing various invisibility potions and some harming 2 potions, you can easily kill your foes. But there are a couple of things you need to remember. First of all, you need to ensure while you are invisible, you walk and not sprint. This prevents any sound from being heard by your opponent. Then you want to make sure you hit at least 3 of the harming 2 potions on your foe, as this will do 18 hearts of damage. From there, you just hit them with a powerful sword a couple of times, and you have killed just about any good PvP player, unless they have a totem. This one does very heavily rely on the element of surprise. If you're a psycho and actually play Bedrock, this chunk visualizer is the only thing that can keep you sane. Not only that, it even displays the coordinates without having to bring up this ugly menu that takes up half the screen.
But Mallow, can't we just use the F3 shortcut?
Stop! Bedrock players aren't allowed an opinion! Imagine if Minecraft had a setting where you can make all the utility tweaks you ever needed. Better textures, a real-time clock, a coordinate HUD, everything! That's why Vanilla Tweaks is the most overpowered mod to exist in the game. This is the ultimate all-in-one pack that allows you to modify any texture and download utility within seconds. Most importantly, you can rehaul the way your entire game looks with tons of block textures. Look at my massive crop field! Can you even tell which of these are ready to be harvested? Yeah, not even Herobrine would be able to do that. Fortunately though, Easy Farm can be outlining fully grown crops in white. This is especially useful for nether warts because they all look the same, for God's sake! Moving items from a chest to your inventory or vice versa can be a long and tedious job. And yet it seems that people often forget about the keyboard shortcuts to make this 10 times faster. If you were to shift and click a stack, you would move just that stack into the chest. However, if you were to pick up a stack and then shift double click on another stack, you can actually move all stacks of the same block into the chest at once. This saves so much time! Everyone sets up a base and makes sure to light up the area and surround it with fences. Most people do not realize that there is yet another defense you need surrounding your base. If you place a minecart track on the outside of your fence with some minecarts going around it, you can actually grab mobs from around your fence and drop them off somewhere else. This means that you can still kill the mob and get the items. It is also very fun! Why we did not have cars in Minecraft is completely beyond me. They would be by far the best method of transportation in the game. However, regardless of them not existing in the world of Minecraft, you can still bring your world to life with these car builds. Now, which one is the fastest? Oh, I cannot wait for summer. I wish it could be summer all year round because I love barbecue food. But thanks to Minecraft, I can experience the brilliance of barbecue all year round by building this amazing looking grill. It smells delicious. I'm so sorry. Quick, where'd you get slime balls from? If you said slimes, that's boring. The real answer is pandas. Or more specifically, baby pandas have a 1 in 6,000 chance of sneezing every tick which randomly drops a slime ball. But Mojang decided to pay attention to the weirdest details, since sick baby pandas actually have a larger 1 in 500 chance of sneezing up a slime ball. Look at this absolutely incredible lava ravine.
Mallow, why is it this ending?
Well, hold on and let me explain. This seed you see see is caused by some weird world regeneration bug in Bedrock Edition. What's crazier is that it's not only the lava. Everything in this world repeats from lakes, oceans, grass, trees, and even blocks. This seed is so rare that there are only 2 of these in existence. Everyone knows that you need a pickaxe to mine blocks like stone and obsidian, and this is also the case for all the blocks that can be crafted by using these blocks. Well, not exactly. Since the Bedrock Edition, you can actually mine a furnace and an enchantment table without a pickaxe. You literally just need to punch it with your fist. Oh, my hand! I need a doctor. There are only 128 strongholds in an entire Minecraft seed, and if you dig block by block, you have a 1 in 23,420 chance of finding one. Yeah, that's insane. So, let's look at how to bypass this insane probability without using Eyes of Ender. All you have to do is trap yourself in a 1x1 hole and put a gravity block like gravel above your head. Bear this up with Optifine, and you'll be able to see for miles. Although, you might not want to do this trick with an anvil. You might have already known that lava is the best item to use for smelting, but with auto-crafters, this trend is about to change very fast. With this insane contraption that Razeworks set up, it turns out that kelp is far superior to any other smelting item in the game. By using a flying machine, you can automatically harvest kelp and pass it through a smoker to turn it into dried kelp. The crafters can turn these into dried kelp blocks, with each block smelting 20 items. This is so overpowered!
Sometimes though, all you need to destroy a server is an old classic, a boatload of TNT. Because of the way TNT works in Minecraft, by being all of a block, entity, and falling entity, if you place and detonate enough TNT, you can break just about any server. So let's give it a try. Okay, just gotta place some TNT here, then just fill this all in, and voila! This is gonna be way more than enough. Okay, here we go! Whoa, no way! Oh no, my PC is starting to struggle. And there goes the server. See, just having enough TNT can truly destroy a Minecraft server without any commands and any gimmicks. It just takes a lot of gunpowder.
Let's take torturable health bars a step further by using Strizen's health bars. Although having each mob display their health feels like it's cheating, it's an awesome addition for newer players and could even potentially save you from unaliving a villager or 2. Let's use X-Ray! Wait, hear me out. There are tons of illegitimate ways to get X-Ray in the game, but using X-Ray Ultimate is completely okay if you intend to use it in a single-player world. This can be super useful if you're looking for something like ancient debris or emeralds, but are the world's unluckiest player. But this is only for noobs. I haven't used it at all. What else was I supposed to do? Maybe the wrong banner patterns has driven me insane. I wish I'd known about banner pattern clarity much earlier. This allows you to see small symbols on banners while you put them in a loom to ensure that you don't end up wasting resources. I've missed diamonds hundreds of times at this point, all because this game is way too dark. However, Mining Helper is one of the most OP textures to exist, since it gives every ore a glow-in-the-dark effect. I'm never missing an ore after this.
Creepers can be immensely dangerous. However, if you were to stop making this mistake in Minecraft, they become so much easier to deal with. Just as a creeper is about to explode on you, place some water at your feet. Since water in Minecraft blocks explosions, this will help you to survive even the deadliest creeper explosions. Stop making ladders in Minecraft! Sure, they may be convenient to make, but you should be making these different types of elevators. Firstly, we have a bubble elevator, which is one of the fastest ways to travel upwards in Minecraft, and it is incredibly easy to make. The second elevator you should make is this bizarre horse elevator, which by using blocks such as cakes, you can very quickly ascend hundreds of blocks up. Help me! I am completely lost! Lost. Well, this could have been avoided quite easily if I'd followed this next trick. Whenever you enter a cave, make sure you place torches on the left wall the entire time, since then you will know if you are leaving the cave by seeing the torches on the right wall. This is the easiest way to navigate these immensely challenging caves. You could also use signs and arrows.
Back in my day, whenever people built a cash register in Minecraft, all they used was a single stair. However, build hacks have truly grown throughout Minecraft's lifespan, and now we have cash registers that actually look real. By using a chest Minecraft and a stair, you can make a cash register that actually opens. It just is not very secure. Hey, bring them back, you thief! Mojang refuses to add crocodiles to Minecraft, and you can blame them. These terrifying reptiles will make the game quite a bit scarier. However, thanks to this next build hack, you can create a realistic-looking crocodile within your vanilla playthrough. By using dark prismarine and a banner, you can create this adorable yet terrifying creature from the sea. Just make sure you're always out of his reach. In Minecraft 1.13 pre-6, there was a super super rare bug where you could get 3 chests with a single double chest. That might sound crazy, but hear me out. This glitch only happened in woodland mansions when a double chest spawned on a chunk boundary. Because of some weird game mechanics, the chest would get split into 2 sides, one that acted like a double chest and one that was a single chest. To date, there are only a total of 3 known seeds where this happened. This bug should have stayed!
The way Minecraft is coded actually makes it one of the buggiest games in the industry. But more often than not, these bugs are going to be incredibly hard to find. However, one of the most well-known bugs in Minecraft comes with getting onto the nether roof, and this can break a Minecraft server with a little bit of tricking your friends. If you manage to trick one of your friends to follow you onto the nether roof, you can actually get them stuck up there. This breaks a Minecraft server because you will be the only person capable of surviving.
Do you love armor trims but can't find them no matter how much you try? Well, I've got you covered. The moment you spawn into this seed, you'll see a woodland mansion where you can find the Vex armor trims. But go below the ground and you'll find this gigantic ancient city where you have a 1.2% chance to find the silent armor trims. It gets even better though, because if you enter the nether directly from your spawn, you'll find 2 bastion remnants. How does this world even exist? The killer bunny is almost as historical as Herobrine, but only a few people know how rare this actually was. Initially, Jeb had set its spawn rate to 1 out of 1,000, but he decided this was far too common and changed it to 1 out of 2,500, instead making it super rare. Unfortunately, Jeb removed this, saying it's an overdone joke and a random death event. What does he mean? This fellow is so cute. No, stop! What's better than a normal mushroom? A brown mushroom! This is an almost impossible to see variant that is found only when a normal mushroom is struck by lightning. That means the chances of this spawning is 1 in 1,024. However, they aren't just novelty. You can use a bowl to milk them and get a suspicious stew? I wonder what this does. I drink a lot of coffee. However, there is still nothing in Minecraft that really satisfies my need for caffeine. So I came up with a way to build a coffee machine within Minecraft. Just get a dispenser, push an armor stand through some blocks, give it an iron chest plate, and then push some blocks into it from above. And voila, you have a coffee machine. I'm a huge Disney fan, and one Disney movie that never gets enough credit is The Sword in the Stone. So in my house, I decided I wanted a monument to the film that really should not be doable in Minecraft. Place a slab and 3 stairs in a circle. Use a dispenser to put an armor stand in the middle, and then push it down with some blocks. Push an end rod in to cover the gap in between the armor stand, and then you have your very own Sword in the Stone. I just wish it would come out! Mojang missed out on one of the best jokes of the century by not making suspicious sand sus. Additionally, since this pack gives sus blocks such a unique texture, it's impossible to miss them, unless there's an imposter. If you haven't used Zali's potions yet, you're missing out on one of the greatest textures of all time. This gives every kind of potion its own unique texture, and also works for both lingering and splash potions. Mojang, you need to take notes. You might have heard of Faithful, but have you ever used Kingdoms? This is one of the craziest texture packs to ever exist, as it completely overhauls the game to a medieval fantasy version of Minecraft. From the UI to the animals to even the nether, the creators of this pack have missed nothing. Hell, take a look at the Striders and I guarantee you won't be sleeping for a few days. This is a must try. Most players eat a steak even if their hunger bar goes down by a single point. Doing this is super dumb and can even get you killed. The correct way to eat is actually to start with foods that restore low amounts of hunger, like carrots, and then move on to items like meat. This is because every food item in the game has a saturation value, which is the time it will take to have a hunger bar reduced. By doing this, you will never go hungry again. There's actually a secret way to breathe underwater without using a helmet enchanted with respiration. Everyone knows by now that you can place a door on the bottom of the ocean to make an air bubble. But if you only have blocks on you, one of the easiest options is to place a few like this, and then place a piece of sand in the middle, giving you an air bubble to breathe in. The other option is to build a conduit. That's gonna make you go bankrupt.
When you are trying to find a good world for your playthrough, most people want to have nice scenery, a good landscape, and perhaps a good spawn biome. This is a huge mistake for you to make, since you should actually be trying to find a village as close to your spawn as possible. This is because you can make an automatic crop farm using these villagers that will always be active because it is in the world's spawn chunks, meaning you would never run out of food again. Everyone makes a diamond pickaxe before their iron pickaxe is broken, and most of the time people just throw these old tools out of their inventory. Do not do this! Not only is this horrendous for the environment, but these tools can be used in the events that you die and lose your stuff. So protect the environment! If you do not protect Mother Nature, then Mother Nature will come back to get you.
Sometimes you just want to watch the world burn, and the best way to do that is by messing with the villagers. You wait for them to go to sleep, and then you start to mess with their village and them. However, did you know that these villagers are tougher than they may look? Since in Bedrock Edition, dropping an anvil on a villager's head while they sleep will do no damage. So you should really think twice before you try to troll these land-dwelling Squidwards. The icy biomes in Minecraft desperately need more mobs. Currently, the only native land mob in the icy biomes is the polar bear. However, thanks to this genius build hack, you can actually add a brand new mob to your icy biomes. By using 2 blocks of black concrete, some banners, and a red sandstone slab, you can create this penguin for your world. Unfortunately though, it does not really do much. It just kind of stands there? Will you stop staring at me? Let's be honest, the mob vote is not great nowadays. Sure, back in 2016 it seemed cool, but now just about everyone is upset that their favorite mob did not get added. And because of this, these are the mobs we will never get to see in Minecraft. Meerkats, ostriches, vultures, moo blooms, iceologers, glares, copper golems, rascals, tough golems. All of these would have been amazing additions to the game, but Mojang can only add 1. Rest in peace, mob vote losers. Blazers have become a really easy mob to defeat since the addition of shields. Shields made blazers weak against your defenses. However, all the way back before mob votes even existed, we would meet Mob D. Yes, that is the only name it ever got. Mob D would have been very similar to a blaze, but with shields surrounding it to make it just a little bit more challenging than regular blazes. This would have not only made the game more challenging, but diversified the nether mob ecosystem a bit better than it currently is. Minecraft's newest update, the Trails and Tales update, is yet to come out as of the time of writing. However, they missed such a huge opportunity to add these next mobs into the game. Let's start with the Key Golem, a small passive mob that you could have protected throughout your trial in order to unlock the door at the end. Next up is the Redstone Monstrosity, a truly terrifying boss that could have given the trial chambers a unique boss to battle against. And finally, the Squall Golem, a mob that would have been challenging to defeat but could have dropped some really useful items for your trial. If only Mojang added the Minecraft Dungeons mob to Minecraft, the game would be so much better. Bedrock should be given an award for the world's buggiest mess, and understandably so. You've never noticed that there is a very small chance that if you use a weapon with the knockback enchantment, it will actually stack up. Wait, does this mean I can get knockback 1000? Jockeys have remained one of the most unbelievable mobs to exist, and for a long time, the chicken jockey with a 1.9912E 33% chance to spawn was thought to be the rarest version, even compared to the mushroom jockey and spider jockey. However, this Reddit user managed to discover a much rarer variation of the chicken jockey with a spawn rate of 4.3797E 75%.
But Mallow, what's the difference between the two?
Well, duh. One of them is left-handed and can even pick items up. Books are immensely useful in both versions of the game. You can leave funny notes for your friends, blackmail villagers, and sometimes even completely destroy a server. Books have truly infinite possibilities. However, Bedrock Edition doubles the usefulness of these books, since whenever you open up a book in Bedrock Edition, it will have 2 pages. Tridents are one of the most fun weapons within Minecraft. Not only being able to launch you into the sky, but also being able to summon lightning strikes against your enemies. But why can they not be fired out of dispensers? Well, actually they can, just not in Java. Since in the Bedrock Edition of Minecraft, you can fire these weapons out of dispensers at light speed. Take that, zombies! Did you know that Bedrock is actually a harder game? Well, sort of, since in Bedrock Edition, your chance of finding various structures, items, and generations are considerably lower than in Java. For example, jungle pyramids in Java have a 42% chance of spawning in a jungle. However, in Bedrock, that chance is only 21%. This feels a bit unfair. Some people have a fear known as leporiphobia, also known as the fear of rabbits. And if you have this fear, then you should probably look away now, since in Minecraft Bedrock Edition, there is actually a giant rabbit! By typing this command, you can actually summon a rabbit that is considerably larger than any other rabbits within Minecraft. Another massive mistake that many players make is mining obsidian directly after pouring water on lava. While it's easy to avoid, most die because of this. But I've got just a solution for you. Next time, pour water on a nearby block to solidify the new layer of lava. It's that simple. There's only one thing that's harder than bedrock: boats. By placing boats under mobs, you can immobilize them completely. They become completely docile and will look at you even if you try to murder them. Who knew an Enderman's worst enemy was some wood? However, this isn't even the best part. If you trap a creeper and sit inside the boat, you will take a total of 0 damage. How is this even allowed? For years, people have been using clutches like the water bucket and holding down certain movement keys. But there's a much more overpowered way of doing this by using powdered snow. This is much better than water, which will usually waterlog leaves. However, not only that, you can climb upwards by wearing leather boots. So even if you have 2 snow blocks, they're enough to get you out of any hole. Do you want to hide items from your friends? Easiest method to do so by far is to attach hoppers to grass paths. Once items drop onto these, they will disappear completely. Wait, so this is where villagers hide all their loot? Imagine a mob in Minecraft that was larger than the Ender Dragon, Wither, and the Warden combined. Well, this is the whale, a huge behemoth of a mob that would have just added some diversity to the deep oceans. This would have been a really cool addition for the oceans, as it would have given them a bit more exploration, similar to games like Subnautica. However, I can understand Mojang not wanting to teach kids to hunt whales. Armadillos are a cool addition to Minecraft and all, but honestly, I wanted the penguin. The penguin would have been another mob that could have been found in ice-related biomes, which at the moment only have one mob, being the polar bear. I just think the penguin would have been a far better addition for diversifying the game, as opposed to the armadillo. Plus, dog armor is a stupid addition. You can't stop me! This next mob has technically been in the game for years now, but never in survival mode. The giant has been a feature in Minecraft for ages, but it was never given any AI or spawning capabilities outside of using console commands. Imagine adding the giant in full to the game. How cool would that be? Wait, no! I take it back! Quick, subscribe!